AEW and Warner Bros. Discovery exclusive negotiating window has reportedly ended. What is the latest development when it comes to the media rights negotiations between the two parties? We'll let you know all of the details. CM Punk opens up on AEW utilizing the backstage CCTV footage of his altercation with Jack Perry on AEW television. Speaking of Punk, he has explained the differences between working with Triple H and Vince McMahon in WWE. An update on the status of Daniel Garcia. Is there a possibility he could go to WWE? WWE stance on a possible All Elite Wrestling crossover show reportedly has been revealed. Triple H reveals the date and location for Survivor Series War Games this year. AEW, they have their relationship with CMLL, the Mexican-based promotion, reportedly is thrilled with the current relationship with All Elite Wrestling, plus a major sponsor is announced for SummerSlam. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with the latest developments when it comes to the media rights negotiations between All Elite Wrestling and Warner Bros. Discovery. Now, AEW and WBD have hit an important date in their discussions. Fightful Select's Sean Ross Sapp has learned via WBD sources that the exclusive negotiating window with All Elite Wrestling and WBD ended this week. Now, Fightful stressed they have not learned if a new deal has been reached between the two sides, but that conversations were ongoing over the past week. In addition to talks continuing over the last week or so, Fightful Select broke news quite a while back that Tony Khan and David Zaslav were set to meet in Paris during the Olympics. Both Khan and WBD sources have confirmed this of late, and Fightful have been told that it is set for this coming weekend. So that meeting between Zaslav and Khan reportedly is set for this weekend. WBD sources have told Fightful that there has long been an ongoing dialogue and that the two sides speak weekly about synergy, co-promotion, and upcoming plans. Last year, a WBD source said that they thought they were deep into talks of making one of the aspects of the new deal work, which ended up being AEW Collision, and the possibility of some content appearing on Max, the latter of which hasn't happened as of the recording of this video. Now, a Warner Bros. Discovery source did say that with every deal they negotiate, Max is in their mind. So what are your thoughts when it comes to this big milestone? Do you think it's anything to be worried about, to be concerned about? Do you think it's going to be interesting to see if anyone does reach out to AEW? Does AEW talk with other networks? Does that speed up the possibility of a deal happening with Warner Bros. Discovery? Let me know your thoughts about it, your reaction in the comment section below. Now, CM Punk, he returns to the ring this weekend at SummerSlam, but Punk has addressed AEW's decision to air the footage of his backstage incident at All In London 2023 with Jack Perry. In April, Ariel Helwani interviewed CM Punk, with Punk commenting on his time in AEW and saying what he could about the situations that arose during his time in the company. Just a few days after that interview, AEW aired the CCTV footage of what happened with Punk and Jack Perry backstage at Wembley Stadium in August of last year. That incident, of course, ultimately led to Punk being fired from AEW, paving the way for his return to WWE. In a new interview with Jimmy Traynor of SI Media, CM Punk has commented on AEW's decision to air that footage, saying, quote, "It felt really ugly, but then I was like, showing that footage isn't going to help them or hurt me, so I was just like, whatever. Being the top draw in two different companies is pretty wild. Thanks, guys." So do you think Punk's right? And several months removed from this, do you think it was the right decision or the wrong decision for AEW to air the footage? And does it even really matter at this point? Let me know your reaction to that one too. Now, speaking of Punk, he's opened up on the differences of working with Vince McMahon and Triple H during his two different tenures in WWE. Now, CM Punk has explained the differences he's noticed working with Triple H and Vince McMahon in World Wrestling Entertainment. Despite having a checkered past with one another during CM Punk's first run in the company, the best in the world and WWE's Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque have had nothing but positive things to say about one another since Punk returned to the company at Survivor Series last year. Triple H noted at the Clash at the Castle post-show press conference that Punk was a pleasure to be around, with recent reports even stating that WWE are looking to give the former AEW World Champion an improved contract. After Triple H's glowing words for Punk in Glasgow, it was now Punk's turn to weigh in on the positive impact Triple H is having backstage in WWE. Speaking on the same SI Media podcast, Punk was asked about the differences working with Triple H compared to WWE's former chairman Vince McMahon. Punk responded saying, quote, "It's been been great. Vince would make people wait outside his office. There'd be like a line and people would be intimidated by that. And I didn't get that read from Triple H at all. I never had that with Vince. I would always go in, ask him a question if I needed to, never try and waste his time, never try and waste Triple H's time, but I see him being a lot more hands-on with people and approachable and accessible. He wants everyone to be their best because he wants the show to be the best, so there's no leftover 80s weird macho energy going on. Of course, as I mentioned, Punk is set to compete in his first WWE singles match since January 2014 at SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio this weekend as he takes on Drew McIntyre. Of course, that's a televised singles match. He did have a couple late last year. Now, a bit of an update on Daniel Garcia. A lot of confusion and speculation surrounding his future at the moment. Having been written off television following an attack from MJF, details have emerged on the future of Daniel Garcia in AEW amid recent WWE rumors. The July 3rd episode of AEW Dynamite saw Garcia become the victim of an attack by MJF following the main event, as can be seen during the broadcast. Garcia had lost his match against Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship, with MJF coming down to support the competitor before launching his attack. It was later reported that Garcia had been written off television as his contract was set to expire, with the angle being done in case he doesn't re-sign with All Elite Wrestling. It was previously reported by Fightful that Garcia's AEW contract was set to expire in the fall of this year, according to their sources. Speaking about Garcia's status on Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Alvarez had provided an update stating, quote, "Nothing is official, but people there do believe that Garcia most likely is re-signing." Dave Meltzer would also confirm that he heard the same from within AEW regarding Garcia's future. There had been the natural speculation online, though, with nothing being concrete, that if Garcia was to leave AEW, he could be headed to WWE. Of course, Garcia made his AEW debut in September 2020, signing his first contract with the company in October of 2021. So if we get any more details on the future of Daniel Garcia, of course, we'll let you know in an upcoming video. Now, an AEW and WWE crossover show. Could that even happen? Well, a WWE executive has commented on the possibility of an interpromotional show with AEW following Tony Khan recently expressing interest in a potential crossover. Since the formation of AEW in 2019, many fans have shared their fancy pitches for a show involving stars from both AEW and WWE, with WWE recently establishing working relationships with the likes of TNA Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Noah, as well as Marigold in Japan, and Tony Khan noting that he'd love a super show if it was possible. There has been some speculation that an AEW/WWE crossover card could actually be a reality. Speaking on the Sports Media podcast with Richard Deitch, WWE Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and Head of Communications Chris Lettengill was asked about if the company was interested in hosting an interpromotional card alongside AEW. Stating that WWE isn't interested, he explained, quote, "No interest. I just want to make clear there is definitely a variety of excellent talent that don't currently reside in WWE. There is no shot there that is being fired. It's just to say the answer to your question is no conversation has been had in relation to that." Now, both AEW and WWE have big events slated for August, with SummerSlam set to emanate from the Cleveland Browns stadiums this weekend on August 3rd. AEW will later visit Wembley Stadium in London, with AEW All In set to take place on August 25. Now, Triple H has announced the date and location for Survivor Series, and once again, we're going to have War Games later on this year. WWE CCO Triple H has officially announced the details for this year's Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. The show will take place during Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday, November 30, and as for the location, it will be held at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, Canada. Also confirmed is the return of the War Games stipulation, which has been as a part of Survivor Series in 2022 and 2023. Of course, last year's Survivor Series event played host to the return of CM Punk and Randy Orton in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, Orton actually participating in the War Games match, Punk making his return afterwards. Survivor Series on November 30 will take place 4 weeks after WWE Crown Jewel, which is confirmed for November 2nd. Now, we spoke about working relationships, didn't we? Well, AEW, they've got several, and AEW's partnership with CMLL has seen an uptick in business for the Mexico-based promotion, leaving them thrilled by the relationship. In October of 2023, details of the partnership between both companies emerged, with Tony Khan addressing the relationship. The impact of the relationship with AEW has now been revealed thanks to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. CMLL has reaped the benefits of their association with Tony Khan's company, with Dave Meltzer stating, quote, CMLL is thrilled. They are drawing like they haven't drawn in years and years. This is one of the biggest runs of business that CMLL has ever had. CMLL are getting more out of this relationship than AEW, because it's not like the CMLL guys go to AEW and boost their business, but the AEW guys coming to CMLL, boy, do they boost their business. Now, in February of this year, it was revealed that CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and MLW star Rocky Romero had joined AEW in the front office. AEW's MJF, of course, the American champion, will head to the CMLL Venice E-Spectacular show in Arena Mexico on August 2nd to defend the AEW American Championship against Templario. Of course, after that, he's set to defend his championship against Will Ospreay at Wembley Stadium. And finally, SummerSlam is this weekend, and a big sponsorship deal has been revealed. With WWE SummerSlam only a few days away, all that's largely left to do is hold some festivities in the Cleveland area and perhaps secure some last-minute sponsors for the event. WWE has certainly done the latter, coming to terms with a restaurant brand that many fans will surely be partaking in as they watch to see if Cody Rhodes can retain the undisputed WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa. In a press release revealed today, WWE announced that they had partnered with Wingstop, which will see the Wing restaurant serve as the presenting partner for SummerSlam this weekend. As such, the Wingstop logo will now be featured on WWE's ring canvas in the form of two corner mat signage placements, marking the first time in WWE history exclusive branding of this nature would be part of the canvas. Of course, this will be alongside the Prime branding as well. The partnership doesn't end there, however, as Wingstop will also be the sponsor for the SummerSlam kickoff event, which will air this Friday on Peacock. Fans can also expect to see WWE stars in Wingstop commercials for the next little bit, as a customized video campaign featuring Rey Mysterio and Braun Strowman will be airing on WWE programming following the PLE. The final part of the Wingstop/WWE deal will include a special meet and greet featuring Drew McIntyre and WWE Women's Champion Bayley, which will take place tomorrow at Cleveland's local Wingstop establishment from noon to 2 p.m. In addition to the usual autographs and pictures, McIntyre and Bayley and presumably fans will also indulge in cooked-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches from the restaurant, including Wingstop's newest flavor, Hot Honey Rub. But there you go, guys. Latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.